Durdle Magic. Hello and welcome back to Durdle Magic. Playing some GUR Omnath today. Looking at our opening hand, we do have a green source in Command Tower, a blue source for Ristic Study. I think we can keep this. Should be relatively good. I have a nice balance of lands in here. This deck is based off my paper deck in real life. It's not quite card for card, but it gets the job done all the same. So the commander I'm using today, in case you're unfamiliar, is Omnath Locus of the Royal. 1 green, blue, red for a legendary 3/3 elemental. When it comes to play, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of elementals I control. Whenever a land comes into the battlefield under my control, put one counter on an elemental I control. Then if I control 8 or more lands, I draw a card. That's the spice there. Makes stuff bigger, burns things, but the card draw is really where it's at for the deck. The counters do matter occasionally, and sometimes the damage matters. I tried to play all aspects of it. We did win the die roll, so we will be going first. Let's take a look at our opponents, why they decide to mulligan. We have a Golos Tireless Pilgrim. I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with this by now. Alright, game starts. We get Rhythm of the Wild, that's pretty nice. I do like haste in here. Let's play a mountain for now and pass it off to our opponents. Rolls over to Golos' turn. Let's check out other opponents here. We have Kydele, Chosen of Crufix. She taps to add mana for each card you've drawn this turn, rather. 2/3 for Legendary Human Wizard, 2 green, blue. A Forest for Golos, and a Sky Shroud Ranger. Interesting. See what that does in a minute. The art looks pretty interesting, too. Put a land card from your hand on the battlefield. Activate this ability only time you can cast a sorcery, so only on their turn. That makes a lot of sense for a land dropping ability. Kydele is paired with Reyhan, Lost of the Obzon. 1 black-green for a 0/0 bill. Come into play with 3 counters on it. 1/1 counters, that is. Whenever a creature they control dies or is put into command zone, if add more than 1 or more 1/1 counters on it, you may put those on the target creature. Notably, it's not a creature they control, but usually that's what they want to do. An exotic Orchard into play for the partner pair. Alright, our last opponent is Sai, Master Thropterist. A 1/4 for 2 blue, Legendary Human Artificer. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get to create a Golos Thopter artifact creature token with flying. 1 blue, sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. A bunch of combos in there, but I mean it's blue. When aren't there combos in blue? Wayfarer's Bauble coming down for them. Goes over to our turn. We get Ghostly Flicker. I have a few blink effects in the deck, but this one's really for those land drops because it's one of the few flicker effects that actually can flicker lands. Actually, it's the only one I remember off the top of my head. Alright, let's go ahead. Play a mountain. Look like we're mana screwed. Some early deception, perhaps. Roll it on over to the opponents. Command Tower down for Golos. Sky Shroud Ranger being activated. Let's see what land comes into play. Is it blue or works? Alright. They will have to bounce the land they control to their hand. Bouncing the Command Tower. Alright, they tap out. Pass the turn over to the partner pair. I'm really interested to see what this deck is all about. Drawing cards and counters, I imagine. So something like Chasm Skulker, Toothy, and his imaginary friend. Swamp onto the battlefield, Sylvan Scrying for them. They'll go get any land they want to their hand. They do have to reveal it, so let's go see what that might be. Ancient Tomb. Alright, the ramp is real. Over to Sai's turn. Drops an island. Wayfarer's Bauble being sacked to go get another land. Comes to our turn, we get an island. That's fine with me. Let's go ahead and play the island. And then let's go ahead and cast Ristic Study. This is one of the cards that's not in my paper deck. Alright, let's roll it on over. Ristic Study is just some extra card draw I have in here because when I went to build this deck, it was starting to get really expensive for me at the time anyway, and I just haven't paid much attention to upgrading it. Command Tower back into play for the Golos player. They're sitting on 4 mana, plus put a land into play, plus play a land for turn. So that's 6. Alright, they tap out, they go to combat. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything, maybe play another land. We have an attack, it's coming into us. That's unfortunate. I don't know what I did. Alright, we take the 1. Rolls over to the partner pair. Let's see if they have anything doing. I imagine maybe the Ancient Tomb this turn. There it is. Solemn Simulacrum, Ristic Study will trigger. So that means we get a card. They also take 2 from the Ancient Tomb. And they go get another land. Temple of Abandon is our draw. Works for me. People are down the tapped lands, but I like the scry ones. You never know. The life ones are fine. But I do prefer the temples. Forced into play tapped for the partner pair. Through combat into the end of turn. Roll it on over to Sai. See what they're going to do with 3 blue mana. Island down for Sai. Sai, Master Thopter is coming down, leaving one up for Ristic Study, I imagine. There's the payment. We get no card. That's fine, though. Comes to our turn, Deadeye Navigator, one of the 3 blink effects in the deck. So, let's see, what do we want to do this turn? I'm thinking Omnath, next turn Temple, and then Circuitous Route. Let's play the Command Tower. Summon Omnath. We get a trigger. Let's go ahead and point the land, the put into land creature. Alright, let's roll it on over. Summoning Sickness, no attacks. Golos casting Oracle of Moldiah. We'll get a card off of that. I do not have Oracle of Moldiah for this deck. Too expensive for paper. So, I want this to be as close as possible. We draw Creeping Trailblazer. That'll be okay. It's not the best elemental in the deck, but I can make an obtuse amount of elementals at some points, so the extra 1 per is pretty good. Burgeoning coming down. Alright, they get an island off the top. Burgeoning is their next card. Good to know. Let's just put their little icon or field thingy over here. Rolls over to the partner pair. They have 5 mana on deck. Let's see if they do with it. Devastation Tide. Nice. So, all non-land permanents, right? Return all non-land permanents to Arizona's hand. Miracle cost. That's what they paid for it. Alright, so we get Ristic Study trigger. I imagine they'll pay it. Nope, they don't pay it. We will draw a card. Alright, board's cleared up. Geary Sanitarium. Undervalued card in my opinion. Everybody gets to draw and discard, but if you use it better than other players, you're golden. Saw them coming back down. They'll get another land into play tapped. Sai's turn, casting a Mind Stone. Sai coming back down for that player. Rolls over to our turn. We get a Blighted Woodland. That'll be some extra land ramp later, but we still need to set up some landfall triggers, especially on Omnath. So, we need to empty our card of 5 hands. That's not happening. So let's go ahead and play the Forest. Play the Creeping Trailblazer. And then let's go ahead and play our Rhythm of the Wild. Let's go ahead and play Rhythm of the Wild, get some anti-counter stuff going. Go to the end step. We have to discard 2 cards. So, in those regards, I'm thinking discard Ristic Study and the Temple of Abandon. We have Ramp and Circuitous Route and Blighted Woodland. We have drawn Omnath, and potentially with Ghostly Flicker, and Eternal Witness can get back either thing we need. So let's get rid of the Temple, let's get rid of the Study. Pass it off like that. Golos coming down for that player. Let's see what land they go get from their deck. They get Dimir Aqueduct. I'm just glad it wasn't Field of the Dead. Rolls back over to the partner pair. They have 7 mana in play, 1 of each card they need, plus Exotic Orchard. Cycrift right now would be a terrible idea, I would think. We have a Solemn Simulacrum swing into its grown-up brother, Golos Talis Pilgrim. No blocks, the damage is good. Grizzly Salvage. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature or land card from among them into your hand. I believe it's put the rest into the graveyard. Yep. So let's go see what they get into the graveyard. Alright, let's see. Sword of Fire and Ice, Mystical Tutor, Hedron Matrix, and Cultivate. So what did they reveal otherwise? A Leviathan. I just saw that recently. Otherwise, I hadn't seen it in a long time. So, a lot of bouncing in the deck, I wager. Geary Sanitarium, we each will draw and discard a card. Alright, we draw a mountain. What do we want to discard? I'll probably discard the mountain. I do have some cards in the deck that care about dead lands. Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. That's what they're discarding, or is it coming down? Alright, they discard it. Temple of Mystery into play for them. So they discarded Ulamog, but the graveyard's still there, so I'm very just confused. Thrawn Dynamo coming down for Sai. They will get a Thopter. Sky Diamond comes to play taps for blue. They'll get another Thopter. Unsubstantiate. Return target spell creature to its owner's hand. Alright. Golos goes back to that player's hand. Rolls over to our turn. We get an island. Alright, so not going to be hurting for lands. Let's play the Blighted Woodland. We could replay Omnath, but then we only have 2 mana and nothing to do with it. So I think in this regard, we will play the Rampaging Baloths, perhaps. Let's play the Rampaging Baloths. We will give it haste. We will go to the combat, and we will swing 2 in at the partner player, and we'll go ahead... Whoops, what is happening? And we'll go ahead and swing at Sai. See if they want to do anything about it. Alright, damage is good. Let's roll it on over. Being pulled down for the Golos player. It comes into play tapped. Golos coming back out. They go get Orzhov Basilica. They'll have to bounce another land to their hand. They bounce an island. Burgeoning coming down. That'll be good for them if they have lands in hand, because we like to play lands in our deck. Rolls over to the partner player. Partner player Golos, ourselves, we still have a lot of cards in hand. Land comes into play, triggering Burgeoning. Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, or Yawgmoth, I suppose. I now have swamps, which means I now have to select everything I tap for my lands. That'll get hairy. Sad robot coming into us for 2. That's fine. Damage is good. We have a response. Putrefy. Sad face. Oh, they target their own sad robot with it. Okay. I can live with that. Living Death. Each player exiles all creatures from their graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures they control, then puts all those creatures onto the battlefield. So, lots of things will happen there. I don't think we had anything in the graveyard, so that's too bad. Triggers on the stack. This is going to bounce all other non-land permanents. Yep. So, Rhythm of the Wild going bye-bye back to our hand. There we go. I hope it's not going to be a bounce all game, because otherwise it's going to be tedious. Over to Sai's turn. Let's see if they do anything. 4 mana in play, 8 cards in hand. We know what 4 of those are. Thrawn Dynamo's coming back down. Seems pretty good for it. Mind Stone coming back down. Maybe they have something in hand they can also play for 2, but then they don't get any Thopters. Sky Diamond. I'd forgotten about that. Didn't really get a chance to do anything just yet. Over to our turn, we get Nissa Vastward Seer. I'm fine with that. Alright, so let's play the island. Let's go ahead and play our commander. Omnath coming back down to Nom. We get a trigger. Let's plink Bouncy Guy in the head. Now that we pinged the Bouncy Guy in the head, let's go ahead and play Nissa Vastward Seer. We get a trigger. We will search for a forest card from the deck, and we will pass the turn like that. The optimal play would have been Omnath land, then Nissa. I'm a little out of practice. It's been a long time since I've played my paper decks. Talisman of Resilience coming down for the Golos player. The side player has quit. Yeah, they weren't getting any draw or anything. I was quite surprised. That's too bad, though. Golos coming back down for Golos. They will get yet another land. Wonder if it'll be a Karoo again. Golgoi Rot Farm. It's a Karoo. The forest is back in play from the bouncing. Alright, Golos passes the turn over to the partner pair. Let's see what tragic stories they have to tell us today. Alchemist Refuge coming down for him. Waste Not. Uh-oh. Are we going to be sealing some wheel effects? Dark Deal. Yep, there it is. So we will draw 5 cards, which will be 1 less than we had. Sad face. They discarded Karn Liberated. How knows? Looking at our new hand. 2 lands, Badoka Gardener, which always gets killed for some reason when I play it. The Summoner's pretty good if we can blink Omnath, but we just lost one of our recursion in Eternal Witness. And Muldrifter to draw some cards. That's not too bad, but they now have an army cards and mana. Vampiric Tutor as a response on the stack. I wonder what they're going to go get. Alright, stack is resolved. 10 cards in hand for our opponent. 3 zombies and 2 black mana to the mana pool. Spending 1 for a Soul Ring. Proteus Staff. Okay, I've seen this with Fablethlip. 2 blue, tap. Put target creature on the bottom of its owner's library. That creature's controller reveals the top cards of the library until they reveal a creature card. Puts it onto the battlefield. Rest on the bottom. Activate only anytime they have sorcery. Or at sorcery speed. That could be interesting. Also, the zombies can just do it. It's like Polymorph. Windfall. Alright, there's some more wheels. New hand. We get Thassa Deep Dwelling. A island, Shamanic Revelation, Psycrypt, Evolution Charm, Temple, and Sulphur Falls. Psycrypt will be great if we can get to our turn with it. We'll have to wait and see. Thassa is another blink effect. This one's not in my original deck, but I thought I'd try it here. Otherwise, I think I have Illusionist Stratagem, which also helps me draw cards. Expedition Map coming down for the partner pair. Expedition Map getting cracked. They'll get any land they need. Soul of Growth, target creature gets 2/2 a turn. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Cabal Coffer's coming down for them. Untamed Might. Target creature gets XX till end of turn. Alright, don't think it has trample or anything, does it? Nope, don't think so. Alright, it's going into the Golos player. That's unfortunate for them. Golos has been kept down the whole game. I'm fine with that generally, but the partner pair is just grinding out so much value at this point. Golos goes in for the block. They have no trample or anything, so that should be good. Rolls over to our turn, we get Swift Water Cliffs. Not quite what I wanted, but let's see what we can do with things here. Alright, we can't really attack into the partner pair unless we play Psycrypt, but then we have mana for nothing else. I think Psycrypt at this point might be spot removal for Waste Not, so they don't get so much value. You know, assuming no counter spells. Let's go ahead, do Temple of Epiphany, get a Scry out of the way, have some triggers. Let's do Omnath last. Have Nissa flip, and then Scry. So, we will Scry first. We'll put the land on bottom. Nissa will flip. Omnath will get a counter to itself. Activate Nissa. Let's reveal the top card. It's a land card. We get another counter on Omnath. We will draw a card. Thematic Compass. That could be good. I don't know that we need it though. I think we play... I've always wanted to try this. Titania. We get a trigger. Let's get a mountain back. Another trigger for Omnath. Let's go ahead and put it on Titania. And then I suppose we can play Thassa. What would we bounce though? I guess we'll bounce Titania. A little bit of a misplay there then. End step, Thassa will trigger. Let's bounce Titania. She'll come into play and trigger. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Temple of Abandon. Yeah, let's do Temple. See what else we can scry up. Alright, we have 2 triggers. Let's put on the counter back on Titania. Let's scry. Rites of Flourishing. That might help Golos get back in the game too. I think I'll keep that on top. We have to discard 2 cards. Let's go ahead and do Swiftwater Cliffs and the Island. Waste not triggers, they get 4 black mana. Golos saying they feel like if they don't win here, they're going to get beat. Yeah, that might be true. Golos coming back down for Golos. Boros Garrison into play for Golos. Time Warp, they take an extra turn after this one. Yeah, that might do something for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They can activate Golos twice and have 1 mana left over. Seems pretty good. Golos activation, let's see what they get. So, revealed is Talisman of Curiosity, Fervor, which is just haste, and Tooth and Nail. Tooth and Nail will win a game. Tooth and Nail, looks like they paid to entwine it. Let's go see what they get with it. Xanagos coming down, Blightsteel coming down, getting a reprint. Oop, sorry Xanagos. Blightsteel getting a reprint in Double Masters. Check out my Twitter posts and links to the spoilers and all that jazz. Should be very exciting. I hope I don't see a billion of them now, unfortunately. They're going to combat. Xanagos doubles down on the Blightsteel. Let's hope it's not going into us. It isn't. It's going into the partner pair. I can live with that. Definitely can. Let's see what they do. They have 14 absorption, which will bring them to 8 infect. It will save them. Alright, so the partner player disconnects. It doesn't say they quit, so I hope they're okay. Forever coming down for Golos off its ability. Talisman coming down for them as well. Why not? Nexus of Fate, they'll take an extra turn after this one. That's unfortunate. I think that's game for them then. Unfortunately, had we gotten to another turn, I think it would have been Thematic Compass, land. Compass would flip by the end of turn. We have protection from Blightsteel, or whatever else they might swing at us with. We could always Psych Rift, and we draw a bunch of cards off Omnath. Rites of Flourishing in 1 versus 1 isn't the best, especially when your opponent's ahead. It was really meant more to help when there were 3 or 4, but what can you do? Alright, they go straight to combat. Xanagos will be targeting the Blightsteel Colossus. It's a 22-22. It has Trample. It has Infect. We can only absorb 9, so we are dead. Sad face. No blocks. And down we go. I've lost to Blightsteels before, although this is not the worst time. Good game to our opponent. It was an okay match. The wheeling kind of really screwed up any plans I was making, but the deck was performing like it should, so I can't complain too much. If you liked the content you saw here today, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified of my new videos, and share and like so everyone can come and just Durdle with us. If you have other content you like on YouTube, other creators, go and watch their videos, support them, hit like, hit share. I know they'll appreciate it, I'll appreciate it. We're all in this together during this time. Please be responsible, follow the guidelines, stay safe out there, and after all this, maybe I'll see some of you and we can sit down and Durdle with some magic. Bye.